Morning, welcome to the new Westcroft Koi. Hope everybody's okay and all well. Give you a bit of an update. So obviously it's chucking down rain on a Sunday morning. One of them, innit? So good job for the roof. So that's what the roof was all about. So we went to the Newark Show yesterday. Went down really to look at the suppliers and have a chat with them and get some good information on what I needed to do and how I needed to do it. Got some really good advice from a number of companies, and a massive shout out to a few people that were there yesterday. They were just, congratulations, mad dog. Well done with Westcroft Koi and stuff like that. And some of the distributors as well. It's nice to actually know that you've got subscribers that are watching the channels, but you've also got some of the distributors that are looking as well. Do you know what I mean? Which is, well, it's really nice. So I had some really good conversations yesterday with a couple of, I think they're going to be potential really good products. That are going to be very new products as well. That was introduced yesterday at the Newark Show. One is a new filtration system. And biological media, and obviously there's going to be some courses that they're going to be doing about using microscopes and stuff like that. And we're going to be looking to go up to Grimsby to go and have a look at that in the not too distant future, and hopefully I can get myself some qualifications. So I'm looking at getting sitting guilds in fisheries. I'm also looking at getting a BTEC as well. Part of some of the training that I want to try and get done over the next couple of years. Mainly so obviously when a customer comes, I actually know what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. I mean, as a lot of you know, I don't know the difference between a Cheerio. I don't know the difference between, well, I know the difference in look, but pronouncing it, I struggle to pronounce them. That's a bit of a strange one for me. So stuff like that I've got to try and learn. But at the end of the day, I'm a simple area black country bloke, and probably got an IQ of about 7. But it's one of them. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? And probably a bit close there, so I'll pull up a little bit. So really looking forward to doing that, and that'll be coming out on the channel in the not too distant future. I'm going to get. There's a new company coming on board as well, which is similar to the Angel Checker, Pond Checker. There's a few people that use the stuff for checking pH, temperature, stuff like that. There's a new company coming that I've spoke to yesterday, and they do a test kit which is done via Ethernet cable into a tester that goes into your water, but it also tests its pH, ammonia. I think it does nitrite as well. Nitrite, sorry. Also it does sends an alarm to your phone if your ammonia is high. So it might be a case of all your food's been dumped into your pond, so it will send an alarm to your phone. There'll also be an alarm on there, so when the water goes lower than the probe, sends an alarm. It'll send an alarm immediately to your phone to say water dropping, which, to be fair, I think is a fantastic idea. Picture the scene. You've come home and, well, there's been a few YouTubers, as you know, where they've had pipes break and stuff like that. And obviously they've lost fish. As koi enthusiasts, there's a large number of people who've got very expensive fish. So hopefully a product that's going to be coming out is hopefully going to be covering that as well. I've got a conversation taking place Wednesday or Thursday next week about that, and then obviously I'll see what I can sort out. Also had a fantastic conversation with Evolution Aqua. Conversation of Awaza. They were a bit strange. Kasuri as well, but I was disappointed with Kasuri, but that's a different story. from a main dealer point of view, I've got to go via somebody else because the minimum spend on there is £2,300. If you think about it realistically, I've got a small room that's going to be the shop, which is 13 foot by 10 foot. If you think £2,300 with their products to fill that on its own, and then you're sitting with £2,300 worth of products sitting there, might be there for 2 years. I can't be doing it, you know what I mean? So I'm very disappointed about that. I wanted to be able to do some bits and pieces so I could help people out. Obviously, it is what it is. But I fully understand that at the end of the day, they're in the business of making money. I understand that. I ain't got a problem with that. So I'm looking at some other companies now as well, which will be wholesale distributors. Another bit of good news. So, as I originally said before, I was only going to be looking at stocking British fish with Japanese parents. After talking to a few people yesterday that were saying, look, congratulations, Mad Dog, but you need to understand there aren't many people out there that's going to be interested in just having British fish. I'll get that, okay. But obviously there's quite a few people that are starting up in ponds as well, you know, so new people into the hobby, somebody's got to cater for them, which is why I wanted to go down the British with Japanese parents route as well. But I spoke to some distributors yesterday, and some breeders as well, to be fair, and importers. I spoke to a few of those as well. I'm pleased to say that I'm going to be looking at importing in, well, I won't be importing in, the importer will import in, that quarantine them for us, and then I'll pay them a fee for the quarantine, and then what will happen then is I'll bring the fish back after they've been quarantined, and these will be Japanese fish. Then individually, then each fish will be photographed, breeder will be identified, sizes will be put around, and they'll go on the website. So that's the plan for that. We've got a website set up. It's still work in progress. There's a bit of fun on there. It's still work in progress. So bearing in mind again, and I will say it is work in progress. It's not brilliant. Okay, I'm just playing about with it at the moment. That's through a company called Wix.com, and the website is www.westcroftcoy.com. Simple as that. There's also an email address for the company as well, which is westcroftcoy@gmail.com. So, and I'll still retain the same number that I've always had for the business, and that'll be located at the bottom. There's also a little tiny squiggly map on the website, shows you how to get to us. So yeah, so that's really good. Like I said, I'm looking at launching it. Even though I've got the shop licence now, and fantastic. It's 4 stars. It's brilliant. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Shocked because I was looking for obviously 3 stars. 4 stars is absolutely fantastic. So I'm really pleased about that. But officially, because I've got the licence, and I did say I wouldn't open up until after the Newark Show, which obviously is today. It was yesterday, 26th. Today, the 27th. So probably looking at probably opening the shop or becoming officially open. Probably be looking at that around 1st, 2nd, 3rd of September. Although it will be by appointment only. So the simple reason is car parking outside isn't that great. You can park on the main road on the opposite side to the area, which isn't a problem. But obviously, last thing I want is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15, 25 cars outside. Because obviously trying to get everybody off the drive, but more importantly, causing any problems on the main road. So obviously I've got to use a bit of common sense, hence why I want to do it by appointment only. Initially for the first 12 months it'll probably be on a Saturday and a Sunday only. We will be open through the winter months, and that'll be mainly to offer weed germ and stuff like that, and come over and have a chat. Come and sit in front of the garden fire, a cup of tea, slice of cake, usual stuff, and having a good conversation with people. Like I said, it's a cottage industry business. Okay, I'm not here to make thousands and thousands of pounds. I'm not interested in it. Originaries, I weren't even interested in opening a shop. So obviously, what I will try and do, within reason and without upsetting anybody anywhere, I'll offer Japanese fish, and I'll offer them at a decent price as well. Same as I'll do the same thing with the foods and all the dry goods. On the website, there'll be the recommended retail prices that will go on the website, and I'll do that kind of thing as well. But going back to yesterday at the Newark Show, so the Newark Show was really good, really enjoyed it. Bit of a jaunt to get up there, to be fair. Met some really, really nice people. Scared myself. Just had a couple of people come up going excited. Oh, you're my dog, oh, fantastic, brilliant with the shop, brilliant. It's like, whoa. Yeah, fantastic, thank you very much. I had some cards as well, bringing cards up and so people like Amanda and Brett from Kirikoi. Spoke to Stu from Yorkie Koi and numerous other people. There was that many. It would be unfair to say everybody. But I just want to say thank you. The simple reason is, and as we all know, this was a journey I weren't going down. So think of it as a U, and I was originally going up this path, and now I'm going this path. And it's scary. I'm not going to lie to you, it's scary. So obviously I've been to the bank manager, speak to the bank manager as well to obviously get some money to invest in the company. Because obviously what I want to be straight down the line. I've always been known for, I say it as it is, and that's what I want to do. And I'm going to maintain that right the way through. I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I'll do it. What I will probably do though is people that I don't know, or people that are coming new. If you bring a water sample with you, because obviously I've got all the HANA test kits here and all the HANA test equipment, and then what I'll probably do is I will test your water using the HANA test kits, and I'll take the readings of it. I'll record your details on the documentation that I have for the shop, and I'll give you a 7-day guarantee on the fish. And obviously if you lose any fish, which God forbid I hope you don't, show me a photo of the picture, show me a picture of the fish, bring me another sample of your a water sample back of your water, I'll give you a refund, simple as that. Obviously it'll be 7 days, and I want to do the same as like a lot of people out there, just to give you that added little bit of call it confidence if you like. So I want to give you that little bit of confidence in knowing that. But look, we all know that potentially there could be people out there that would abuse it. And obviously if you abuse it, there's nothing I can do about it, it is what it is. So, but yeah, going back to yesterday as well, so obviously a cup thing. So big shout out to Richard from Shrewsbury Koi, fantastic, top bloke, top website, everybody, he's a really, really, really nice bloke. We call him the Earl of Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury. Anyway, so we call him the Earl of Shrewsbury, which is obviously, it's a bit of a cut off between England and Wales, and it's like the bit that goes in the middle, if you know what I mean. But it's one of those things, So big shout out to Shrewsbury Cup, absolutely fantastic. Another one, absolutely fantastic bloke, and it's one that's there, if you know what I mean. Always happy to talk on the phone, always happy to just give you that pick up and go, look, you need to look at this, don't worry about that, put that to one side, think about this, go down this line, and do that kind of thing. Fantastic bloke. Big shout out to Stuart, and that's from Okie Koi. So again, fantastic. Go out, check his channel, fantastic fish, absolutely fantastic. and you will have saw on Black Country Dave's YouTube channel last week. You'll have seen that we went over and did a bit of a road trip, Black Country Boys on tour, which again, absolutely fantastic. And a massive credit as well to Dave, obviously to Pete, to Copy. Soy Alice was there from up North Coy. Brett was there from Kerry Coy. Gifters was there as well. Absolutely fantastic. A really, really good day out. As normal, so Black Country Boys together, we're always having a bit of a laugh, but normally obviously the worst things come out on me. But to be honest with you, it was about what? It was about an hour and 15 minutes up there, but it was an hour and 15 minutes of just laughing. I mean, I had stitch that bad. I had cramp in my stomach. It was that fun. And that's what we like. That's what we like together. You know what I mean? It's hard to find a team like the Black Country Boys. It's hard to find the way that we've gelled, if you know what I mean. And it's absolutely fantastic, and it's a pleasure to be part of the Black Country Boys. Incidentally as well, I'm pleased to announce as well, the Black Country Boys are uniting, and we're going to become part of the team of Westcroft Club. So you will have Dave, you will have Pete, you will have Cooper, and we'll all be part of the Westcroft Club community. So obviously we'll be promoting on all the channels for what's coming up and what's going. And the Black Country to get boys together, doing our own stuff, you know, with our fish and stuff like that. Because they are part of the team, and I don't care what anybody says. That's it. Then I'll always maintain that. So yeah, obviously there's my wife Tracy as well, and there's Tracy, Capey's missus, and Terry, Pete's missus, and Vicky, Dave's missus, and we're all together. The ladies are convinced they want pink t-shirts and they want to be the Black Country girls. Fair enough, I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, I think I might look good in pink, to be fair. Is it pink, or is it like a lighter shade? Do you know what I mean? Or I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Enough of that anyway. Right, so there's another one I want to say a massive thank you to, and this bloke he's been giving me a kick up the arse over the last few weeks, because obviously I was going, do I want to do a show? Don't know. And it was like I was doubting it and I was second guessing myself. And so this gentleman, obviously he was going, look, you're at Land Rover, you talk about standardization, you talk about having everything the same way, and you talk about creating teamwork, and you talk about everything else. You practice what you preach. And it's like, do you know what? That's right. And that's why everything on all of the ponds and everything else is standardised. So, you know, the philosophy that I've always got, it's either always going to be right or it's going to be wrong, but it'll always be wrong, so that way you can put things right to make it right, if you mean. So that could be filtration, it could be water parameters, but it'll be water parameters that are standardised across the board. So, you know, the only difference in the standardisation is the amount of water that's in some of the ponds. Other than that, same filtration, same foods, everything. So yeah, and a massive shout out for that. But more importantly was yesterday, and from the Mark's Country group, all did a bit of a thing together, presenting me stuff. But there is a massive shout out to Mark's Country Club. He's the one that's been giving me the kick up the arse, and you know, credit where credit's due. We've been sharing information as well. He's shared documentation with me. I'm sharing documentation with him. I'll be doing the same thing with Brett, because hopefully next year, Brett, Kerry Coy, hopefully you'll have a shot. Pull your finger out, you know what I mean? You kept pushing me, now practice what you preach. But yeah, obviously, I mean, to be honest with you, Brett's got it in the bag as well. And obviously we'll then share the documentation between myself and Mark, and then we'll share that with Brett, and then we'll get him to do the same. And obviously it'll still be all the individual shops. But this one's from, obviously, Mark Country Coy, and obviously the lads there. but more importantly, it was the presentation, how they did it. Where he got the photo from, I don't know, but massive thank you. And that is that one. So I'll just show you that look if you can see it. It's obviously Westcroft Club, which is fantastic. I did have a bit of verbal, to be honest with you, but it was fantastic because it meant a lot. Yeah, so like I said, so Westcroft Club now is it's going to do alright, hopefully. Like I said though, so what I'll be doing is I'll be looking at stocking Japanese cut. I've spoken to a few of the breeders yesterday, distributors, wholesalers, for doing that. Talking about the quarantine, how the quarantine would work, stuff like that as well. So having them conversations, absolutely brilliant. Because I'm adopting a slowly capture monkey approach, and because I've adopted everything with no Osbards, I've showed you pretty much everything, I've hid nothing, so I want to start as I mean to carry on. I'm going to get mistakes, I'm going to do mistakes on the way, there's no denying that, it's the nature of the beast, but with the support of Dave, Pete, Coper, Mark, Stu and numerous other people out there that want to see me evolve, for want of a better word, it's a fantastic, and it's an honour for you guys for putting your faith in me. I'm nervous, I'm not going to deny that, I am nervous. It's a big journey, for me, but obviously, to be fair, for me again, it's just going to be a cottage style industry for me. It'll be, because obviously I'll, when I look at retiring on July the 5th 2025, that's what I want to try and look at if I can, because Land Rovers give me a fantastic living, and I'm proud to have worked for and still work for Land Rover. But it's a young man's game, simple as that. You've got to be fit and healthy, especially when they're on the track. Obviously I'm lucky because I work in an area called Body in White, where basically I'll put Body in White puts the frame together to create the car, and I've got a fantastic team around me, and they help, because obviously they see me, I do struggle now as a group leader, and fair play to the company as well. I mean, I do struggle when we're walking as well, and they give me a bike, well I say a bike, a tricycle, because they gave me a bike, I fell off it, so they give me a tricycle. So, which was fun and it was really good for her, you know what I mean. But I want to give a bit back. So, like I said, it's going to be a small cottage industry, and all I'm going to be looking at doing is basically topping up my pension. That's all I'm going to be looking at, because I've got a decent pension coming up from Land Rover as well. Which is why I'm not going to be, you know, I'm just going to be really small, stay small. I don't want to take on other people. I don't want to do that. Simple as that. I will buy and I will get in unique fish with a unique market, and I'll also cater for the lads and lasses around here that are starting up with the ponds with a small budget, and to get them up and running. Do you know what I mean? Because we've all been there, you know. We've all started with what we wanted to do, and we've all evolved, and it's all got bigger. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be in a position where we physically scare off the people that are starting. So I'll be doing deals for them, you know what I mean? It's like £3, £2, £5, £10, just to get them up and running with fish log, which is why I wanted to look at the British side of it as well. Obviously as well, a massive shout out to Adam Boyers yesterday, because obviously I'm going to be looking at doing stuff with Adam Boyers as well. Mainly for that reason, for the people around here, to give them some really nice fish, which will be British with Japanese parents. I'll be able to give them at the right price around here as well. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to try and do. I might do some bits and pieces on eBay and stuff like that. I ain't sure yet. But more importantly, what I want to do is just say a massive thank you to people out there. Because without you, and without you giving me a kick up the arse, for want of a better word, you know, making me smile and say you need to do this and you need to look at that, it's those things that's what builds it up. So if you think of it, I'm going to go Land Rover orientated again now. If you think about the little cogs that go into an engine and a gearbox that make the engine work, and that's what it is, and that's what it is. I just see myself as a small little cog, and the people around me are the massive parts of that make that engine work. So a massive thank you to that, and I just want to, when you get in a position where you're so humbled by what's going on around you that you can't really find the right words to do what you need to do. That's now. So, Dave, Mark, Pete, Coper, Stu, numerous other people out there, massive, massive, massive thank you. Hopefully, I don't let you down. So, anyway, all of you guys out there, again, Westcroft Club. It's coming soon. Website is www.westcroftcoy.com. So, hope you all have a fantastic weekend with your family. Obviously, when this video goes out, the weekend will be finished. I hope you've all had a fantastic time. Be safe. Have a good one.